There's якась бок. I see.
Entering core AIC area.
Okay, I really want to do what? I guess a bit of farming. Yeah, just straight. New mining spots. Yes.
Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another Art Knights Endfield video, and today we are going to do a super simple weapon essence guide for Art Knights Endfield. Now, if you've already started exploring this, or you don't even know what a weapon essence is, we're going to tell you what they are, where to get them, how to get the right ones, how to level them up, all of that. This seems like a really deep system, and it does have some RNG elements, but actually it's pretty simple, so let me break it down for you in the simplest way. Okay, first of all, every weapon has an essence slot on it, and you can put one weapon essence into every weapon. The first thing that you're going to be concerned about is getting a yellow tier essence, and you're going to want a yellow tier eventually for especially your main DPS characters, but it's nice to have it in your support characters too. But let's focus on the main DPS for now and talk about supports later. So for my DPS character here, the Administrator, his Grand Vision has agility boost as a stat, attack boost as a skill, and infliction as a passive. I want a yellow essence that has agility boost, attack boost, and infliction on it, so it's feeding those bonuses to all three of those like subcategories on my weapon. As a counter example of that, if we look at this purple one right here, it has main attribute boost, attack boost, and pursuit. Attack boost is the only matching ability from this essence to this.
Oh, listen to shit. Yeah. that's fine. It's also fine, but
weapon, so that's the only benefit this essence would give me. Therefore, I'm much better off using one that matches all three. So your first goal is get that yellow tier essence that fits your weapon correctly. Let me show you how to go do that. Now, you're gonna want to start by visiting everybody's favorite place, the stock redistribution shop. You're gonna buy something in here called these right here, Valley Engraving Permits. If you're gonna be farming in Valley 4, or if you need to farm in Wuling, Wuling has these as well. We're gonna try to stick to farming in Valley 4 in this video because we have more access to currency to buy these Valley Engraving Permits than we do to Wuling currency right now. However, as the game progresses and the currency rates change, that will be different. Okay, so you're gonna need some of these. I will mention that they do sell them at a 50% discount. You can see I've bought all of the ones currently available in my shop. I'll put it underneath my picture. 50% off. I bought all those already. I'll go ahead and buy like a couple more for this video. I'm gonna buy 2 more. Boom. It cost me 1.6 million to get those 2. You might think, man, that's a pretty steep price, but I'm telling you right now, it's super worth it when you are trying to get your initial correct essences. Okay, now let me show you where to get them. So I'm gonna open up, I'm gonna click F8 right here. I'm gonna go into the index and I'm gonna go to Energy Alluvium down here at the bottom. These are the places where you farm the weapon essences. And you might be thinking, okay, but which one do I farm? Super simple. You click on this little picture, this gray essence right here, and it shows you which weapons have their optimal essences drop in which farming area. So if I was trying to farm something for Cravenger, let's say, I would want to go
Most of you are probably losing out on 20% of your stock bill income, so here's how to fix that. This is regarding the outpost operator buffs. So there's 3 different buffs, but the top one does not matter if you are already maxed out like I am. So the middle one is 20% extra bills earned when you do a trade, so down here when you do a trade. And the bottom buff is the one where the outpost itself gets 20% extra production, which is this top number up here. So what you want to do is have the outpost buff, which is the bottom expertise on the operator, up 99% of the time. So when you're like AFK, when you close the game, it's producing 20% more bills for the actual full stock that you can buy from. Then when you come in and actually want to trade in for your stock bills, you change to somebody with the trading buff. In this case, it's Saihi for the middle outpost, and you do your trade, get the bonus value bills, then you immediately change back when you're done, back to the outpost buff. So you never, well, you will run out still, but it will run out 20% slower basically. Same with the third outpost here. You have to have Perlica. I think she's the only person here with the bottom buff on 99% of the time when you're away. When you come in to do the actual trade, for me, I only have the Pog trading buff and the Alish and the Chen trading buffs. So swap to one of these 3, do the trade, get the bonus from the trade, then you immediately swap back to Perlica, which is the only one that actually has the outpost buff. For the first outpost, if you have Levitain, she covers all 3 already, so you don't really have to change her anytime. If you don't have her, then you can use Antal. He has both the bottom buffs, which means, again, if you're already maxed out and you don't care about the outpost prosperity to level up faster, then you can just keep him on permanently for this without having to swap in and out every time you do the trade. For Wuling, everybody gets Wolfguard for free, I think, so, and he has the bottom 2 buffs already. So again, if you don't care about leveling up the outpost prosperity faster, then you just can leave Wolfguard here permanently without having to worry about swapping in and out. infinite EXP and stock bill farm, but mainly for the EXP. The reason why this is the best place is because it spawns the most enemies, which equals more XP, so 30 XP per enemy, which also equals to longer AFK times, so you have to come to your computer less to restart. And also because there's a hidden god spot in this location where the enemies can never hit you. So this location is the energy alluvium in the origin load spring location, the bottom left area. For my setup, I like having a marsh gas to slow any enemies right when they spawn, then a HE grenade tower for some AoE damage, and the rest is full sentry towers because they have the longest range and they have the second highest single DPS. I have a helper over here, but if I didn't have it, I'll just move this one to this location. And the reason why you want to put everything closer to this location is because this is where we're going to hide, and sometimes some enemies may be able to make it towards this fence, and having all these long range sentry towers being able to cover this location is nice. So let me show you what a run would look like. First of all, you should have a team of under level 60s because operators can't get any more XP after level 60. And also, this is my starting XP to show you how much you get, 1950 here. So let's get started. And once you start, you should immediately run for the gate. And you can just tuck into like the corner right here, doesn't really matter, you can just AFK here. And watch the towers kill the enemies. So you can see here that there's the dot from the grenade tower, and the green one's the dot from the HE marsh. So we can just chill here and AFK until it's done.
Good. Teamwork is what we need. We did it as a team.
And that's done. So let's have a look at our XP now.
Am I looking alright from this?
So I gained 990 XP from all that, which is basically 1,000 on all my teammates. So basically you can farm 4,000 XP per run, and it's very, very nice for AFK.
Hey. Ha. Ha. Hey. Hey. Ha. Hey. Ha. Ha. Hey. Hey. Ha. Hey. Hey. Hey.
Alright, let's see. Intellect, treatment, infliction.
Hey. Hey.
How much damage do those things provide? By the way, got this 75% discount. Nice. Thank you.
Hey.
Appreciate 25 every barrel.
I sense danger.
Outsiders.
This one won't go down easily.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah, I think I have an idea how to do it.
Violence, nor does a YouTube channel. So let me do the thing. This video is not an endorsement of political violence. I do not argue or believe that Charlie Kirk deserved to die, or that political political assassinations are good or that we must now use violence against political enemies. No. We shouldn't live in a country where political violence is the norm. Democracies work well because they channel conflict into non-violent forms of resistance. Protest, elections, deliberation, political groups, parties, lobbying. Active political violence destroys democracies and hurts vulnerable groups the most. However, there's a difference between political violence as an action and political violence, the idea. In any regime, democratic or otherwise, the idea of political violence performs a crucial political function. And don't take it from me.
When you're founding a new regime, it is not possible to found a new regime without some form of political violence.
America only exists because of political violence. The American Revolution was the necessary precondition for the establishment of the American Constitutional Republic. We are one of many countries founded from a moment of violent uprising. We hope that violence is never necessary again. Yet, we're always haunted by the specter of its eternal possibility. That's part of why, in the United States, not all forms of speech are protected speech. You can't stand in a park and tell everyone to bomb Chipotle for that miserable portion of guac. Sometimes words about violence lead to real violence, but it's not always clear what that means. Would Quentin Tarantino have been held responsible if there was a mass genocide of Bills following the release of Kill Bill? Or sometimes it's possible to say things that don't directly call for violence, but that, say, paint certain groups as fundamentally incompatible with a functioning society. Even if words themselves aren't violence, even if they aren't inciting violence, words can absolutely create the conditions for violence. After the Charlie Kirk shooting, Republicans accused Democrats of doing just that.
That the left needs to tone down the rhetoric and needs to cut this crap out. Somebody's going to get hurt by it. But we cannot tell the American people that one candidate is a fascist.
Maybe someone should have told Charlie.
You're the fascist, Joe Biden.
Now, I could spend hours compiling all of the horrific or hypocritical things that a person or group said in the hopes that it might actually change someone's mind. And frankly, it's not hard to find Charlie Kirk saying something reprehensible.
Of course you should be able to use whips against foreigners that are coming into your country. Why is that controversial?
Wow, awful. Like, sure, we should hold people accountable for the consequences of their rhetoric, but it doesn't really help us understand why he said what he said. Or more importantly, why apparently millions of Americans seem to agree with what he said. When Barry Weiss asked Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk, about her late husband's controversial statements, Mrs. Kirk responded with something kind of true.
My husband is not to be deteriorated to two sentences. He's not. He is a thought leader, and he was brilliant of a man. So that's fine if you want to take words out of his mouth or out of context without the whole thing, but that's the problem.
People aren't just collections of quotes. Politics is more than just language. So what if we were to make a genuine effort to understand Charlie as a person? If Charlie is a thought leader, then why don't we take the time to examine what he actually thought? I've spent the last several months putting together, to the best of my ability, a comprehensive picture of who Charlie Kirk was, or at least what his public political life truly stood for. And while I think it's obvious that Kirk's political work perpetuated prejudice, racism, misogyny, Islamophobia, and of course, hate, I believe that this is an incomplete assessment. Hate is a fickle and fleeting emotion, not a political orientation. Political movements are too complex to run on hate alone. In contemporary American politics, hate is just one part of the engine of an inconceivably rotten machine underlying the right wing's grander project. Contemporary American conservatism is a well-funded and well-organized extremist movement that is, without exaggeration, actively trying to destroy American society as we know it to install an authoritarian Christian oligarchy. Charlie was not just a witness to this, he was an architect. If we trace Charlie Kirk's political journey from Tea Party libertarian to authoritarian Christian nationalist, we find a perfect case study of how, and more importantly, why American conservatism has changed so much in the past 20 years. When liberal political commentators join the bandwagon in saying that Kirk did politics right, or when Democratic leaders admire his passion and commitment for debate, they're falling for the bait. Kirk wasn't some right-of-center classical liberal who believed in a robust deliberative democracy. His public debates and online persona were the tip of a carefully crafted iceberg. Charlie Kirk will go down in history as one of the chief architects of American fascism. This video is a comprehensive commentary that covers American conservatism's recent political transformation, with Charlie Kirk's life as our representative case. We'll try to outline a framework for American politics going forward. This video is also a tragic narrative. There's heroes and villains, victories and tragedies, and well, the ending, that's up to you. It all starts with a question. On July 8, 2025, J.D. Vance, emo prince of millennial fascism, delivered a speech on what he thought to be the most important issue of our time.
So I believe one of the most pressing problems for us to face as statesmen is to redefine the meaning of American citizenship in the 21st century.
Notice how he